What's good, sports gamers? And today I'll be going over with you some tips and tricks you must know gameplay-wise when playing NBA 2K24. And if you like the content we provide, make sure to subscribe to help us grow this thing. I'm Chris from Sports Gamers Online, and alright, let's get it. When finishing at the rim in NBA 2K24, one layup that can have your opponents frustrated is the inside layup, where if you have the defender slightly beat, you can aim your right stick to the inside shoulder of the defender, so directly to the left or right, to basically cut them off and make it nearly impossible to block the shot. I love doing this with guys who have no business being able to finish like that just because they have the angle to pull it off. A simple way to get into pick and rolls without giving your opponent time to set up a counter is off the catch. When you pass it to somebody on the perimeter and the jumper is impossible and the center or power forward is close to you, all you need to do is quickly hold LB or L1 on your controller, just for 1 second, and you can run a pick and roll. I like to just hold it and let go so your hand is free to do other stuff while the screen is coming. This happens so fast you could be walking into a three or throwing an alley-oop before your opponent even knows what's happening. One way to stay one step ahead of your opponent is to look at things from their perspective as stuff is developing. One example of practicing this is in the pick and roll. Looking at it from the defender's perspective, if they're defending on ball, helps inform me what they think is about to happen, and when they should start reacting to it, making it very easy to counter against instead of strictly being focused on the guy coming over and going around the screen at the same time every time. This can play out in many different aspects in 2K. This can help you when you're about to walk into a shot. Oh, the defender probably thinks I'm about to shoot this, so they're probably going to jump. Maybe I should wait a second and see if they do. Oh wow, they did it. And now you have a wide open shot because of what just happened you saw as a possibility. An excellent way to create separation in a pick and roll is with the step back jumper. When you come around the corner and notice the big is sitting in the paint, simply hold the right stick down and away from the hoop to create separation from the defense. You're basically pulling away from the closest defender that can affect your shot here. Actually, overall, the step back is a great counter move for when the defender has it in their head you have fully committed to driving to the rim. This can make it really hard to commit too hard on the drive when your opponent knows you have this in your back pocket. If you're driving and you have a 2-on-1 situation, guys can get really good at baiting you into a bad pass and blow the whole thing up. To help mitigate this and capitalize on your numbers advantage, simply count to 2 in your head while driving. If the help defender fully commits to your drive, kick it out. If after 2, if they're trying to bait the pass, this is usually when they retreat back to try and grab it, and this can help you not give it up here. When defending in the paint, your objective is to close off any air pockets the ball handler might have towards the rim, and make sure you're facing directly in front of them to limit the amount of space they have to go for a clean shot. And you can check if you're directly in front of them down below with the defensive shading mechanic. If it's lit up red in the middle, you're good. If not, you have to get there ASAP. If you get bumped off to the side, get back in front as quick as possible with the right stick up to get your hands up as close to the ball handler as you can. Don't take for granted that you can see who your opponent is controlling underneath their player in 5 versus 5 modes. This can help inform you if passes may be too dangerous to attempt if you see them lurking near your target because of their ability to jump it more than a computer would. Like this is an easy example. I get the steal and I immediately notice he's controlling the last guy back on defense. So all I have to do is wait him out for when he tries to go for the steal, and then I end up with a wide open play. Building on being able to see who they're controlling, try not to fall into the pass it to somebody, then pass back immediately if the defender made you pick up your dribble or had you stuck, as guys could easily time that and get a cheap steal on you. When you run a play in NBA 2K24, for which if you aren't sure how, you can check out our beginner tips up top to learn how to do that and more. But when you run a play, the great thing about it is you're able to go off course with the ball handler and still be able to run the play as is afterwards. So let's say the play calls for the ball handler to start at the top. You can call the play and then attempt to drive, and if that doesn't work, you can then transition into the actual play. You can get more creative combining going off script and play designs in practice mode to make it extremely difficult for the defense to defend you. So get into practice and trial plays that can help you achieve this. In basketball, having more men in an area than the defense is a recipe for success. And one way you can do that in 2K is after a rebound, you can come up the court with the guy you just rebounded the ball with. Because when you immediately pass after it, you eliminate him from the play for a little bit, and you end up playing 2-on-2, 3-on-3 on the fast break. But if you bring the ball up with whoever rebounded the ball, all 5 of your guys are charging, and you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense to have all 5 of their guys back as well. Just think if you get past the big man's matchup, it's instantly 5 versus 4. And if you do it right, somebody is going to be wide open down the court. Now you do want to be aware of human defenders noticing you're dribbling with Looney and trying to steal the ball, because they will attack you. But that's what you're banking on doing this. Just him being a threat causes the defense to break down up the court. They're used to defending against at max 4 with your big man crawling up the court later. Now if the big man is leading the charge, forcing the issue, and charging down the court with all 5 of your guys can lead to a clean pass for a dunk, or 2 passes for an open shot on the perimeter. One annoying thing that can happen during 5 versus 5 games is when your opponent runs into one of your computer defenders, causing them to switch their assignment. So if you're unaware of this, it can lead to their assignment ending up with a wide open jumper. Now you can help limit these crushing wide open shots by first being aware when it's about to happen and ready to quickly close out on the now open player. You can also go into your game plan and then into your coach settings and scroll down to team communication, where you can set it to defense only. So in game when this happens, it will pop up above their head that they're doing it, so you can adjust accordingly. Another way to keep on-ball user defenders off guard against the pick and roll is having the screen defender come across their body to set up on the opposite side, mainly towards the sideline. So if they try and jump the screen thinking it's about to go left and it's actually to the right, it can open up plenty of space for you to work. Now this comes into being aware of the defenders on the court and the nearest one to you. But it's making that extra pass for an open shot. It's important to never be stuck with tunnel vision and force up a shot you regret a second later, but instead continuing to scan for options while the ball is in the air. When inbounding the ball from the side, look for opportunities where you can grab a quick 2 points due to their inbound defender not being in position to defend him by trying to steal a pass, and when that doesn't happen, leave a wide open lane to the hoop. When defending passes, give yourself a second before you switch on and or hold the right stick up, because the offense has such a big advantage here, being able to change directions before you even realize what just happened. And lastly, you want to always be aware of where you're dribbling on the court, because guys will have a sense for knowing when you're about to be a runaway train and try to draw a charge on you. So always be aware of the nearest defender to you and their intentions. Alright people, I hope this video was able to help you out. And if you like the content we provide, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything we put out. Again, I'm Chris from Sports Gamers Online. Thank you all for watching, and be good y'all.